Welcome back, guys. So it's time to prototype the mobile app, and right now I'll just start that right now. So I'll come to my mobile app design, and here in my mobile app design we have the mobile app right here. So we'll start by turning off the layout grid, which is this. So I have the main designs right here. So these are all the designs. So I'll just do a brief. So I'll move from my design to prototype right here, and I'll have this to like a 50%, and here we are. So this is our mobile app design. So let's do a prototype right now. Let's see the prototype settings. So right now the prototype settings is Android compact. Yes, that's what we are trying to do. So it's Android compact, and we're going to have the just say something like a green color. So let's look for something like a green color right here. So I want to look for something like a green color, and the surroundings will be green, and here we are. So we have prototype settings right here, and all we have to do now is to have our first interactions. So here we're going to have a sign in. Yes, the sign in goes to this. Yes, and that will be sign in. So the sign in goes to that, and going to that we're going to have the trigger, which is on tap, and it navigates to the device frame, and the animation is instant. We have smart animate, but it has to be instant right now. Yes, so from sign in we're going to have this. So let's say we are going to click on the sign in. So after clicking on the sign in, so the sign in on tap navigate to the home page. Yes, home page. So it navigates to the home page instantly. So the sign in, the first thing we're going to click on is sign in. Without inputting the email or password, we're going to sign in, and it's going to come to the home page. So I'm going to come to the home page. What we want to do now is to start our process. So this, we have each element here. So this is home, of course. This is home. So home stays at home, of course. So this is about us. So the about us goes to the about us, which is this. Yes, about us goes to about us, that is that. And this, which is services, goes to this. Yes, so that's that. Services goes to, so let me add the interaction right here. Okay, so let's add the interaction. So this will be interaction, this will be on tap. It navigates to the destination, which will be the service page. So let's do that. So this will be the service page. Yes, and this navigates to the blog page. So let me add the interaction. On tap, it navigates to the blog page. So let's see. So there we are, that navigates to the blog page, and yes, we are good to go. So right now let's do something like this. So this go back to the home. So let's add the interaction for this. On tap for this, so we navigate back to the home page. So let's look for the home page, and there we are. So it navigates back to the home page, and we can do all that. So right now I want to check some other things. So right now I'm going to group all these. I'm going to have to make sure they are all on a frame. So I'm going to zoom to fit, and right now I'm going to input another frame. So it's going to be a Android compact frame, and this will be the second. Yes, this will be the second. So right now this will be named the splash screen. I'm going to rename it splash screen, and this second one will be the sign in page. So I'm going to bring all these in. Okay, well, Ctrl Z. So I'm going to make sure everything is targeted. Yeah, we locked this, if you remember, that's why it's not moving. So we locked this, so it won't move. Remember, we locked this. So I'm going to have Ctrl Z. Then this was locked, if you remember. So we're going to unlock some of this. So let me just enter into this. So I'm going to enter into this, and here we are. So we're going to have something like this, and this is Google, Apple, and let's have some fun. Let's see what we have right now. So we have this, we have the rectangle. So these are all locked. I'm going to have them unlocked. Those two are all locked. So let me highlight them now. It's going to be highlighted right now. So let me highlight them. Let me have them highlighted, and let me bring them to the frame. So everything moves right now. So I'm going to bring it to this frame. Yes, so I'm going to bring it to this frame, and here we are. So we're going to make sure everything stays intact. Yeah, So here we are. So everything gets to stay intact here. So here we are, and we're going to name this. Okay, so we're going to name this the. I'm going to rename it. So let me just rename it. So this will be the sign in page. So this will be the sign in page. Yeah, this will be the sign in page, and from here you could see we have the first flow, and you could see what we have. That will be the sign in page. Yes, everything is showing right now. So when you click on it, you see that sign in, and we're going to continue. So we have to put all this inside a frame, so we are going to do the next frame. So let me bring in the next frame, which should be an 100 compact frame. Yes, so we have this as the next frame, and our interaction is going on well. So this would come into that. So I'm going to just bring all this in. So what I'm going to do now, let's move it. Let's see. Okay, so everything moves and this comes here. So we're going to have something like this, and yes, something like this is going to come this way, and we're going to have it. Okay, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. So we're going to have this. Okay, so we're going to have all this copied, which is the home page, and we're going to bring it in. Okay, we don't have the compact frame. Yes, let me bring in the compact frame. So let me say the frame, which should be the 100 compact. So let's do that, and here we are. So we have the sign in, we have the splash screen, everything's going on way here. So we need to bring the 100 compact here. Yeah, so here we are. Yes, so that will be there, and all I have to do is to copy all this. So I'm going to copy all this, and I'm going to copy all that. I'm going to bring it right here. So here we are. I'm going to bring that right there, and yes, so here we are, and this, so the 100 compact, we could just make sure it fits into that, and this will be like a zoom to 50, and let's see what we have right now. So from here we have this, and there we are. So we're going to have this renamed as well. This will be the home page. So all I have to do is to double click that, and I'll name it home page. That'll be the home page screen. So for every design there has to be a frame, and here is the home page screen. So when you look at this now, so I will go, we'll see the home page screen, and everything is looking perfect. So we could sign in, and it's signed into the home page screen, and you can see all our design are looking great so far. So here we are. So we're going to proceed right now, and we have the second flow 2, we have the flow 2, we have the flow 1. So yes, just go there. So we are going to bring in the other pages. So let's zoom to fit as well. So let's zoom to fit, and having to zoom to fit, so I'm going to just copy all these. Yeah, so I'm going to copy from here. I'm going to copy to like this. Yes, so we're going to have all these taken this way. So we could have our frame right here. So our frame, another frame comes in, and right now I'm going to bring in another 100 compact frame. So I'm going to say 100 compact, and right now that comes into this place, and here we're going to have the home page, the about us page. So this will be renamed about us page. So this will be the about us. Yes, this will be about us, and here we are. So I have to make sure this comes a little bit longer, and we can bring this in, we can bring this about us in. So let's bring that in right now. So here we are, and about us comes right there, and this goes up, the main frame goes up here. So the main frame goes up, and there we are. So we have the about us right here, and we could make sure the corner radius, so that's the rotation, and every other thing looks perfect except the corner radius. So we could make sure the corner radius rhymes with what we are having, so we could say 20. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, so let's do home page. Everything should be 20, so we could set the corner radius. This will be 20 as well. 20, yes. And the sign in, so we could set the corner radius to that 20, so I'll say 20. And this splash screen, I'm going to say 20 for the corner radius as well. So everything is 2020. So let's check that out again. So I'll say sign in, and sign in comes to the home page from what we have. So we're going to proceed right now, and here we have the about us right now. So I'm going to bring in another frame. Yes, let's bring in another frame. So I'm going to bring in another frame. We're just doing a simple prototype. So I'm going to bring in another frame, which should be the compact, 100 compact, and that will be right here. So that will be right beside all this, and we're going to have that. Okay, so this will be the service page here. This will be the service page. So I'm going to rename this. I'm going to give this a name. So I'll say service page. This will be a service page. Yeah, so that'll be a service page, and there we are. Corner radius should be 20, remember. So our corner radius will be 20, so we can then bring this in. So I'm going to copy all that, then I'm going to bring this right in to this place. Yes, so we have something like this. Yes, and this, and the main service page, we're going to use it to fit into the animation, or to fit into the frame. And there we are, we have that for the service page. Then we're going to go ahead. So we're going to go ahead right now, and yes, I'm going to have my hand to, so my hand to span across this way. So I'm going to have a new frame, and this time around it will be 100 compact, of course, and that comes right here. So let's make sure it comes right here. Okay, and this time around we're going to rename this. So this will be the blog page. Yeah, this will be the blog page. So we're going to have this, and all we have to do is to bring this in. So I'll make sure this spans across here, then I'll copy all this, then bring it in. So let's bring that in. So we're going to have the blog page right now, and this is right here. So the blog page, we now remember to give it a corner radius. The corner radius should be 20 as well, and here we are. So here we are, and all you have to do is to reduce the screen, the here. So the blog page, let's reduce the device frame. So we're going to have something like this, and here we are. So you could check this out, everything is intact right now. So we have the about us, we have the, so the about us, okay, so we have the about us, we have everything right here. So the blog page too is right here, and that's the scroll effect. So that's the scroll effect, and what we have right now, so we could make sure the navigation is ticked, you know. So let me show you what I'm trying to say. So coming back to prototype, so let's come up to prototype. So right now, let's make sure this navigation, so we're going to say the position will be fixed, it's going to stay in one place. Yes, so it's going to be fixed, and the overflow, so let's see what that means. So that will be sticked, and let's see. So the overflow, no scrolling, horizontal, vertical, so let's say horizontal, so it flows horizontally. So let's see what that means. So what it means is that will be sticky, so it's not going anywhere. Yeah, so let's do it for the about us page. So let's do this, let's do that same thing for the about us page. So I'm going to hold on to this. Yes, I'm going to hold on to that. Yeah, okay, so let me make it like a 50%. So let me make it like a 50%, and right now, so this, yes, I'm going to hold on to this, and So this is the home page. Let's make sure the home page always comes back to home. So let's do the interaction. So it's going to be on top and it's going to navigate to the home page. It has to always be the home page. So it is going to be the home page. Yes, it's always on the home page. So let's do for this. So let me add the animation for that. So tap, and tap will be on top. It navigates to the home page. So yes, it navigates to the home page, and yes, let's do that again. So this will be on top. Yes, so it navigates. Okay, so yes, that will be the animation. So it will be on top. It navigates to the home page. Yes, navigates to the home page. So let's make sure everything is settled. So this will be on top. When this is tapped, navigates back to the home page. Yes. So that's perfect. So it navigates back to the home page. That's what it all means. So now I'm talking about the sticky. Yes, so the navigation bar has to be sticky. So coming back here, and all I have to do is choose that, and I'm going to say this will be sticky, stay in place, and yeah, it's going to stay in place. So coming back here, I'm going to hold on to all of that. So I'm going to make sure that is held on to and it's fixed as well. So everything stays fixed in a place. The navigation bar of course stays fixed. So let's see what that does to this prototype. So I'm going to hold this and I'm going to say this should be fixed and it stays fixed that way. So let's proceed to our prototype. So I'm going to refresh all that. So let's refresh our prototype and let's see what we have right now. So we're going to start the interaction of the prototype and let's see how we're going to have all that. So yeah, so let's see the first flow on page, and yes, the service page. So we're going to have everything blog page, and this is the first flow right here. So the first flow says this would sign in. From sign in, this goes this way, and we have the home, we have the service page, and right now, so here we are, and yes, so there could be a more complex interaction, and that's what I'm trying to say. So right now we've created a simple animation, we've created a simple prototype for this app, and here we are. So we just prototype the app we designed. So we could choose to change the screen from here. You could change to like an Android medium. Let's see. So something about responsive design will pop up right now. So let's see right now. As you could see, it means this design is very responsive. If it was responsive, it should have responded to this screen size, but it did not. So it means it's not responsive. So what we just designed is just specific. And yes, let's see for iPhone. Let's see for iPhone, and here we are. So let's see for iPhone. Let's see how responsive design becomes on an iPhone. So here we are. So this is an iPhone, and yeah, so you could see the design is not responsive still. So you have to bring in responsiveness to whatever you design, and so far so good. We just designed without looking into the responsiveness side of things. To see in the next session. See you there.